Good morning. Today, well, it's another snow day here in the valley. We're looking at snow coming down on our sky cam here in Fargo. We're zoomed in a little bit and we're looking down at the interchange between I-94 and 25th Street here. So you could see that visibility is down. And then in addition to that, we are looking at this banner's kind of covering it, but there's some snow on the roads already here this morning as you're trying to get to where you need to be. So we're looking at conditions that are a little bit on the snowy side here, or a lot on the snowy side for that morning commute. Just even in town, out of town, your visibility is going to be a little bit worse. Though the good thing here is that the wind isn't too strong, so that's not going to be as much of an issue for us. But still, we are looking at snowfall that's reducing your visibility and snow on the roads. A look at your radar right now, you can see that this has been filling in, advancing into the valley here since overnight last night, continuing early this morning. Fargo is seeing some snow at the moment that is kind of right in the heart of it in the FM area. And it covers Cass County, Clay County, up toward Hillsborough as well. The Wahpeton, Breckenridge area experiencing this too. And as we move ahead to the Northern Valley, you could see that we've got some snow in the Grand Forks area as well, but it's not as intense quite yet. So we're looking at some snow coming down down through Highway 2 and Crookston and up toward Grafton as well. And even Devil's Lake seeing a little bit of snow with this kind of second round coming through from the Minot area. So visibility, of course, down where the snow is falling. We're looking at 2 miles at the airport in Fargo. We're down to 1.25 miles in Jamestown and 1.5 miles in Gwinner. Over to the east, not quite seeing the snow yet, so our visibility is okay for the moment. The air is calm in the east. We're looking at winds getting up into that 15-mile-per-hour range out of the southeast in places like Devil's Lake and Jamestown at the moment. So there is some wind, just not that intense wind that we sometimes see with systems coming through. And temperatures that are into the teens this morning, above zero in several spots. We're at 12 degrees right now in Fargo. Wind chills that are down below zero in some spots too, where we're seeing those stronger winds up in the northwest. We've got a wind chill to 8 below in Langdon and in Devil's Lake. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Expect to have these snow showers hanging around through the morning hours. They're going to be scattered somewhat, so there might be a break, and then you get another round here as we continue into the later part of the morning. Heading into the noon hour, we start to see the snow more making that transition into Minnesota. Still getting some in North Dakota, but the overall aerial coverage of the snow, the scattered snow again, will be more onto the Minnesota side for the second half of the day. And by 3 o'clock, we're looking at some pretty decent temperatures. Some of us in the single digits, but some of us also getting into the low 20s for highs. And the wind's still not quite that strong yet. But you can see what's happening here. These wind arrows indicate wind gusts. They're starting to pick up out west, and they're starting to turn to a northerly direction. And as we head into the evening, that'll happen for Fargo too. And then eventually the rest of us in the east as well. And we're still getting some snow in the east too, even around 7 o'clock tonight. So the winds start to drive in. We're looking at some colder air taking over, perhaps some blowing snow heading into this evening with those gusts getting into the 20s to some low 30s. So that's going to be an issue on those roadways here for tonight. And then heading into tomorrow morning, the wind's still on the stronger side as that colder air continues to rush in. We're looking at some sub-zero temperatures to start the day, and we stay there for Saturday, so it's going to be quite cold. A look at our potential snowfall. In addition to what we've seen, we're looking at anywhere in the solid light blue, 1 inch to 2 inches, a couple of pockets here where we may get more than 2 inches of snow. Here's your 7-day planner. Again, Saturday is going to be quite cold. We're going to watch as temperatures either hold steady or dip through the day, and by Sunday morning, down to 20 below. That's going to be tough. And then we start to work our way up. Heading into the rest of the week, we're looking at some up and down temperatures, but at least our highs will be above zero. Not by much a couple of those days, but still that's nice to see with snow chances in between.
Take what we can get now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Scheels Arena is bringing their annual ice fishing show back with the gear that you need to keep warm while you're out on the lake this winter. Stick around. We'll bring you those details coming up.